Hi guys, I'm back with Charlie and he's had his operation. Now what we're going to be doing is I'm going to do a bit of shading on his face. I'm going to be using some decorating chalks. They work really well. So what I'm going to do first is I'm just going to get this shade here. And I'm just going to go all over his face just to give it a bit of shading, just lightly going over before I start painting. I just find it's easier to do the shading first. It doesn't look like it makes much of a difference, but once you've gone over it, and then you put the matte spray over, you can see the difference. So I'm just going to go all over. You can probably hear my son in the background. He's playing that game that the kids always play, Fortnite. He's playing with one of his friends. It's a very wet, rainy day outside today. We've had a bit of a storm, so not much can be done outside today. I want him to sort of look a little bit, you know, like he's a bit old looking, this doll, but he's been banged up just a little bit. So now I'll just get the darker shade here. I'm just going to go around in his eye area, just darken that up just a little bit, slightly. You can also give it a bit of a rub with your fingers too. It just helps it to blend. Just want to give him a sort of a natural sort of look. Like he's been out and about. But he's not a brand new looking doll. Just darken up the creases. Oh, sorry, my voice went. Darken up around the crease areas. Now, just a bit up here. Okay, I'm going to go a step darker. I want to darken around his eyes there a little bit, give him a little bit of depth. Around his nose creases. Might give him a bit of a depthy look around his smile there. Bit more under the lip. It's just, you're basically shading basic shading, pretty much. That's all you're doing here. Any extra dust that you've got there, and just blow that off. Just going to darken around this eye here. So when it comes to painting it, it'll look sort of a little bruised around that area. Same with around the top here. Give that a smudge. Okay, so hopefully you can see how that's coming along. I'm just going to add a little bit of this red here. This is how I sort of go around the cut edges, just to make it look like it's a bit sore where he's been cut. Okay, so like I was saying, just around where he's been cut, I'm just putting like a inflamed sort of look around it. And whether you can see that on the camera, I'm not too sure. So I'll give you a bit of a closer look in just a second. It doesn't have to be too bright, because when the spray goes on, it does show it up a little bit more. And you can just give that a bit of a rub with your finger just to blend that in a little bit. See if you can see how that's turned out. And I'm also going to just give that a little bit of darkness on it. Now, I'm also going to go just lightly, just a little bit around the top of his head, just to give the skin that look that it's been cut and the skin's red. Okay, now let's just see if you can see that. Yep. Now I'm just going to do a bit around this eye here. I might actually get some of the red and just in his mouth there. Do a little bit more on his lips, just to give it a little bit of a darker shading on that. Okay, so I'm going to do, I'm just going to get a smaller brush and I'm just going to get some of the black and just give it a bit of a wipe around in his mouth there. Okay, so in the creases, just a little bit of black. Always give that a rub with your finger. Just sort of darkens it just that little bit more to define creases. Can put a little bit just to lightly go around the deeper creases here. His nostrils. Just put a bit of black in there. It's just a subtle sort of dark colour. It's not real heavy. Now this eye, I'm going to darken that up a bit more on the inside, just in there. Just a little bit around this eye here. So as you can see, his skin's looking a bit more mottled and a bit more real. Okay, now inside his ears, just going to get some black and just make that look like it's a bit more defined with the black here. Now, have a look. Hopefully you can see what's happening. So, what I'm going to do now, so I'm going to go and give him a light spray with some matte finish, just to hold that chalk dusting on, so it doesn't get rubbed off. I might actually give him a little bit of a rosy cheek here. And just get my bigger brush and just do that. Okay, I might just get a little bit of white and just highlight some areas that I want to be a bit lighter. Just give it a bit of a highlight, so when I spray it, it actually just blends it a little bit better. And give it a rub with your finger. Okay. So there he is, guys, with the chalk dusting on him. Next we'll be adding paint. So I'll go and spray him now. Alright guys, I've given him a matte spray. This is how he's looking now. If I can get in the camera. So as you can see, his face has got a bit more colour and he just looks a bit more natural looking. His eyes are a little bit foggy because of the spray, but I normally scrape that off so that'll come back to shiny. Now I'll end the video there, and my next video will be painting all of this gruesome blood that I've done. So yeah, we'll leave that for the next video, and I'll catch up with you guys in the next. Bye.